Hey, so first of all, congratulations on the film.
Thank you.
For most of your career, you've showcased women's stories, and you often draw from your own experiences. So what was it about this film that interested you?
Ted Thompson wrote a really good book that I couldn't put down, and I related to a lot of the themes. I love the main character and what an enormous, dangerous buffoon he is. I guess those kind of characteristics are generally in my movies. So I thought I could do a good job. I was really challenged by it. Loved the story.
You've never done anything this dark before, so what did you enjoy about exploring that side?
You know, the story just was what it was, or is what it is, and the fact that it goes so dark intrigued me because that's not something that I would ordinarily write myself. So I had the book to rely on for that darkness, and it was a different experience. But I've wanted to work in other genres. I wanted to make a drama. There are laughs in the movie. It does have a humanity to it. You know, it's not always serious.
And I was telling Ben earlier that he has this knack for making his characters so likable no matter what direction they go in. So, and you've mentioned before that he has a good sadness about him that you like to see in your actors. So can you elaborate about that?
You know, I guess I find it interesting that he does make such terrible choices, but it's not because he's a terrible person. And I just love the gray area in people. And I cast him especially because he's a wonderful actor, but also he has a richness and a deepness in his face that I thought we absolutely need for this movie. We don't have to like him, but I think we have to be able to watch him and care about what happens.
You definitely have a knack for making us care for these complicated characters. Is that something you enjoy exploring?
You know, I don't really think about making them likable. But I do cast, I suppose, even unconsciously, with that in mind, you know, that if this person's going to be a little abrasive or crummy to other people or very limited, they better have a certain appeal, or why would we want to watch them?
Yeah.
You know?
And I also love the message. There's a lot about parenting as parents, and even if they're damaged. So is that something that you also wanted to showcase on screen?
I think that's what also interested me, absolutely. I have kids, and of course we worry about our kids, and it's a nightmare for a parent, that story. But yeah, I liked exploring the relationships between, the fractured relationships between parents who really don't know what they're doing, and their kids who don't know what they're doing either. Nobody knows what they're doing, generally. Do you guys know what you're doing?
I'm not a parent, but I don't. What was it like working with Netflix as a filmmaker?
Working with Netflix was ideal. They let me cast who I wanted to cast. They let me cut things out that I wanted to cut out or redo, or they really stayed out of my hair, but in a very generous way. Not in a disinterested way, in the best way possible. So it's been a really good experience.
Nice.
Yeah.
And lastly, what's next for you?
I'm writing a feature for myself that I hope I will direct. And I am working on a TV pilot for HBO called Mrs. Fletcher that Tom Perrotta wrote.
Right. Yeah. That's nice. And I like how you balance both TV as well as film. Do you find that you constantly want to do that?
I do. If I made a movie once a year, I wouldn't have time or really the interest, but because I don't, and it takes me a long time to write a script, it's a really wonderful way to make a living, meet new actors, work with great people. I really like the combination. It's
You're
really
definitely
nice.
doing fabulous. So
Thank
you
you
so much
Thank
for
you.
chatting with us and wishing you all the best.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.